Hey guys, so this one's going to be a bit of a longer video, probably if I had to guess within the 20 to 40 minute mark, maybe a 50-minute mark. Bear with me. Some cool things that you don't usually see. First is going to be this one, is this Crystal Kabutops. So Crystal Series cards are actually E-Series cards. I didn't pull a whole bunch of E-Series stuff when I was a kid. I was going to, but my friends talked me out of getting back into Pokemon. We were like 11 at the time, like, oh, we're doing Yu-Gi-Oh now, we don't do Pokemon. So I walked away from buying a bunch of E-Series. I don't think I would have pulled this, but so I recently just picked this up from a person who's a decent seller. It was just a little collection they had. It's in decent shape. It's definitely not in perfect shape, but it's just a really cool card. It's one of the cards that I think it's not overdone like rainbow cards. It's just the right amount of like everything is there. They made the E gold and foil. They made everything kind of foil around. So this is the hollow one, not the reverse hollow one. They can be easy to confuse. So it is in a top loader and in a penny sleeve. When I bought it, they just had the top loader. These are like extra thick, really nice top loaders. And I said, hey, I don't know if you've had it in the top loader the whole time, but if you do happen to, want to preserve the rest of your cards, they had some other cards that I were interested in, but it's really hard to give them an offer. Most of them were pretty damaged, but I'm like, you need to put things in a penny sleeve. So I've already penny sleeved it at this point. But yeah, I just picked this up. And then as it added to it, just, I was like, hey, you told me you had some other cards. I know you weren't trying to sell those, or you didn't mention trying to sell them, but can I look at them and see if there's anything that you're willing to sell? Oh yeah, I'm willing to sell all of them. And Lugia stood out, but of course there was damage to the corner, and you can't really see it with it being sleeved. I get closer and you'll kind of get an example. So that corner is actually how the entire back of the card is. So it's not smooth, perfect wax, and there's some damage to the corner there and here and there and everywhere. Even if it was English, the only way it'd really be worth grading if it was English first edition. But he said, hey, you bought the Kabutops. It's almost Christmas time. Hey, do you want this? So actually, I got this as a Christmas gift from someone. And this wasn't like a repeat seller. Like, I would have definitely understood it as like a repeat seller. Like, I have this rapport with this person. But they were really nice. They sold me the Kabutops for a pretty decent price. And then they gave me the Lugia for free, which was pretty awesome. I really wish, I tried to pay him, but he said he didn't want anything. I was interested in the remaining stack he had, but everything was kind of in this shape or even worse. But it was still really nice. I really appreciated that. Now, I bought all these in the same day. I was driving around all over the place. So I got some binders from somebody. Oh yeah, these are the right way. So bear with me. It's really hard to fit everything in my camera angle. So the only rare on this page, as far as I'm aware of, is Misty's Poliwrath, but he's not hollow. There is some things we're seeing in here, of course, Charizard. So I picked up this binder to include the binder below it for $450. And right now you're probably saying, there's some decent cards, and all these are in really good condition. And granted, right now all you're seeing is just one rare so far, which was unhollow Misty's Poliwrath. There's also an unhollow Lapras, and then some more common/uncommons, nothing crazy. I didn't check the energies closely yet. I'll also do that later. I bet you there's probably a few Shadowless sitting in there. Just Shadowless energies and Shadowless trainers are just one of those things that people don't know to look for. They don't sell for a huge amount, but oh, and I'm talking fast just so I'm trying to get through this in an expedient manner, trying to get to the good parts. He had already separated the hollows, and he had put them in these nice Champions Paths sleeves. Not all of them. So some of it was like reverse hollows and stuff, like Machop. There's some reverse hollow E-Series. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't have a good tripod to try and fit everything in at once. So when I get to better stuff, I'm going to pull it out. There's a Dark Weezing that's hollow. I'll pull that out later because it's not sleeved yet, so I'll have to sleeve that myself. And I'm just trying to keep things going. Dark Trio, base set 2. Wait until we get the good stuff. There is some good stuff, I promise. I would not pay $450 for a bunch of just non-hollow. I mean, unless it was an insane amount of non-hollows. But yeah, just give me a second. I know we're coming up to some. I kind of just put them in as fast as possible. after I bought it, because I had to, you know, drive back a good distance, and I didn't want anything to get damaged. And as you see, this binder was in okay condition. Giovanni's pincer, which would have been fantastic to have had hollow. I didn't, and well, I just told Kakuna isn't a rare. I didn't know there was a Ho-Ho card like this, and this isn't your standard Topps card, so I wonder what this is. I don't think I've ever seen this version of Ho-Ho. So it's an official Nintendo licensed product. I've never seen this. It's not in perfect condition, but it's definitely not in the worst condition. And I've never seen this, so I bet you this is actually probably worth something down the line. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that away for now. There is some original Japanese cards in terms of the fact that they've got the white fossil hand versus just a standard fossil hand. Mewtwo Strikes Back, a pretty decent condition fossil muck. I think I may have slammed the good hollows into the other binder. So technically it's 2 binders, but it's just because they couldn't fit everything in one, or at least this one was in really, really rough condition. Oh, this is actually decent. It would have been really awesome if it was hollow, but these are actually decent to get if you get a Blastoise or a Charizard. Of course, so you would have wanted them in hollow like that Paris there, or Paras. I'm not quite certain how to pronounce them. I am sorry if it sounds like I am on crack. I'm just really trying to get through this. It's not that I don't enjoy it. I've already seen them. I'm certain some of you have definitely already seen Pokemon cards. Okay, so he did, when he sold me this Gyarados, he did warn me that the Gyarados does have water damage at the bottom, and he said it's the only issue. And besides that, there was a little bit of damage in the back. It really wasn't terrible. It's a nice little Gyarados. And yeah, there is like minor waterways at the bottom, but really that's not the worst thing I've seen. And he put it in these nice sleeves. What I'm thinking about doing, guys, by the way, is another giveaway. Is I usually am in a hurry and I try and get things done up really rapidly, but I don't have a reason to keep these different types of sleeves. I really just need penny sleeves to mail stuff in. I may use a few of my nicer sleeves to send specific items in. As you know, I haven't de-sleeve stuff in the past, but I'm starting to do it because I feel as though, I think it's, you know, you guys would definitely appreciate some of these as a giveaway thing. Not just this one specifically, but the different specialty sleeves, and they are nice, and they definitely are a little bit more protective than a penny sleeve, and they hold their own. So it's definitely something nice to get, in my opinion. I'm just not a collector. I know it definitely seems like it because I have so many cards, but I'm just not a collector. I'm a buyer and seller, and I like to have, you know, for me it's fun. I get to have the pieces of art pass through my hands, which is what the Pokemon cards are. They're pieces of art. This Magneton base set 2, he's not in too bad condition. He's got a lot of finish still to him, which is really good because he's really easy to scratch up. Like, Magneton's notorious for being easy to scratch up his hollow surface. But yeah, he's in pretty decent condition. Oh, and that's a cool one. It's actually got like a rainbow pattern on the back, so that'd be a cool one to get too. Then I got another Lapras. So something to look for, and this one isn't one of them. But some of the fossil ones, some of the fossil cards actually have the Cosmos background in the English, and it actually is worth way more. And I actually have one ready to be sent to the PSA. It'll be on another video. You'll see what I mean. The one thing I've learned to look for, and I was even telling this guy as I was buying these, is I said, I was letting him know, we were both giving each other insider tips, which was really nice. I was really surprised he was selling this. He said it actually wasn't his binder to sell. Not that he stole it. A buddy gave it to him because he knew his buddy was a buyer and seller. And he said, hey, can you sell this for me for a somewhat decent price? I really just want them gone. I just want the money. So I got the binder for a killer deal. $400 is about what I usually pay, so I paid $450, got some extra stuff. It's pretty nice. Now, this doesn't look like it's one of them, so people don't know this. Yeah, this definitely isn't one of them. He's definitely scratched up. So, oh, and he's got a crease there. But Champ, PSA 10, actually, oh, he's the Cosmos one, but he's beat up. Damn it. So, yeah, you can see he's got Cosmos pattern, which is a rarity for this one, but he's not perfect condition by any means. Look at that gigantic crease. Oh, that's hard to see. Oh man, he's not worth grading, I don't think. So because every Machamp is first edition from base set, there's a lot of first edition errors. Thick stamp, gray stamp, ink through stamp, and Cosmos pattern, which this one is a Cosmos pattern. I can't officially tell you what is a thick stamp. I'm waiting for my boy Vintage Pokemon Hunter Brothers to drop that video showing the difference, because I really want to see the difference. That one looks kind of tiny, so maybe this is a thick stamp. That'd be dope if this was a thick stamp Cosmos pattern. Well, I mean, it is a Cosmos pattern at least, but it would have been really nice if it wasn't, you know, scratched up. So Machamp's actually, what to look out for is a PSA 10 Machamp sells for $2,000. And you can pick up Machamps for about $5 a piece, and that's not an under exaggeration by any means. Dang. So this Nidokeeng's in okay condition. I mean, it's a decent condition, actually, to be honest. You know, for cards being 20 plus years old and probably played, because I played my cards as a kid, it's really not in bad condition. It's pretty good. So we're finding some of the hollows that I jammed in here. He had already had things, as I said, stacked out for me. There's a few first editions here and there that aren't rares or hollows. There's a Pinsir that's pretty beat up. Let's see what else. Sorry if the camera angle is bad, guys. I just don't have good camera equipment. I really need to upgrade that eventually. But I'm just trying to get to the parts that are nice. Okay, it would have been awesome if it was base set, but base set 2 is still pretty good. So we got a base set 2 Ninetales, and it looks like it's in pretty decent condition. It's in pretty decent condition. That's good. That's good. How's the back? So some of you might be like, wait a second, this guy didn't check these cards. I did a front view of most of them in their sleeves, but as I said, the one that I specifically looked at was the Charizard, the base set hollow Charizard, and it met my criteria for buying this binder. And some of these cards being E-Series, even the non-hollows and stuff and non-rares, like I got an E-Series Haunter right here. He's in really good condition. He's probably going to be worth something. So this Vaporeon has definitely seen better days. I don't know if I call it a scratch or a factory line. It's so perfectly across. I'd say it's still worth grading. Base set 1, or Jungle, my bad. Got a Golbat, E-Series Ghastly. Is that berry thing hollow? Sorry, it's Japanese and I can't read Japanese. Oh, this was nice. He threw in also for buying the binder. This dude was a really good dude. I really enjoyed it. He threw me in this the Charizard V card, still sealed. So that was really nice. Move that to the side. And then I got a Snorlax here, a Jungle Snorlax. Looks like he's in pretty good condition. Snorlax is just another one that's really easy to scratch up. You can see he's pretty scratched up on the hollow. Back's not too bad, but still decent. Oh, we got a Japanese Blossom. Man, these these things are all sorts of ways in here. It's a really decently conditioned card. Not perfect by any means. Definitely silvering there. Some scratches on the hollow. Some damage there. But really not that bad. I'd still say it's worth grading. Moving to the side. I actually found some penny sleeves, so I'm going to go ahead and throw him in a penny sleeve. I know we're all waiting for the big boy. I actually did not intentionally do it this way. I just, it's just how it's working out. Okay, so yeah, I know you're missing stuff on the right. And so there's a non-hollow Raichu, and I'm pulling out a hollow Kabutops. It looks like he's in pretty good condition. Yeah, he's looking pretty decent. Definitely not 10, but pretty decent. Not bad. Not bad. And sorry that I'm not showing like the entirety of the back. I'm not trying to hide anything from y'all. It's easier to get them back in the sleeve if a little bit of them still in the sleeve. So this I didn't know. I didn't know they made a non-hollow Dark Raichu Legendary Collection. Would have been awesome, of course, if he was hollow. But yeah, I didn't know they made a non-hollow version. He's in pretty good condition, so he's still probably worth it. Just a little whiting on the back. Definitely would have loved him to be hollow, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. We got a nice, you can see the Articuno here, so I'm gonna pull him out. Articuno can be worth something, but this one doesn't look like. Yeah, definitely not in perfect condition, but I would say still definitely gradable condition, so that's nice. we got a hollow Flareon up top. Pull that out. Oh, the Flareon isn't sleeved. But he's like in really good condition for not being sleeved. It's funny how that works out. I can't tell if it's, yeah, it looks like dirt. I don't think, yeah, it's not a black dot error of some sort as far as I'm aware of. But yeah, he's in really good condition for not being sleeved. Well, little buddy, you're going to get sleeved now, so. Moving on. Oh yeah, Dark Typhlosion. The dude even said there's like, hey, I'm sorry, he's not in perfect condition. And I was like, that's fine. And he isn't, but it's a Typhlosion, and people really like Typhlosion, and still don't get him graded. And he's in English, so that's another bonus right there. Being in English is a huge bonus. There's a few Shadowless cards here and there, some promos, and of course still, as I said, some rares that aren't hollow, and I'll get around to sleeving them after this. This is actually a really nice one. You can still see there's some minor scratches, but Hitmonlee Japanese just looks really nice. There's some damage at the bottom. It's really nothing crazy. I'd still say he's worth getting graded. I know, like, I used to be really stingy on what I would send in to get graded, but after I've had, you know, 2 of the cards come back, I've kind of, you know, it seems like to me, in my opinion, almost anything's worth sending in. Mewtwo base set. Mewtwo used to be so dope to me as a kid, and I had like 5 of them too. Probably more actually now that I think about it. Wow, his hollow is in pretty decent condition, so that's really good. Most of the rest of them seems like it's in decent condition. Definitely off-centered at the top, but he's definitely overall decent condition. So we got a Dragonite and a Scyther, so okay, good. The Scyther's sleeved, and the Dragonite is sleeved, so that's dope. Oh, and we are passing the Charizard, but I'll bring him up front in a second. So we've got this Dragonite, and he does have a big crease right there. He's got some silvering and stuff up top. Ooh, yep, the crease is definitely much more apparent. Don't know if he's worth grading, probably not. And let's see, the Scyther. The Scyther is pretty decent. Little scratches here and there. And the back's not perfect. And then the one that I did take some time to look at, but the lighting at the dude's place was definitely very dark. I did my best. So as far as I'm aware of, it's in really good condition. So base set Charizard. Minor scratches in the hollow foil, nothing crazy. Centering's a little off. Nothing, I wouldn't say it's nuts. I'm gonna pull this one all the way out. And the back is actually fairly good, which is really important. So should be a PSA 8 for sure. Should probably come back a little higher, possibly. Probably PSA 8. That centering's pretty off now that I think about it. So I'm gonna move him over here, and then there was this other binder, and I can't remember if there was anything nuts in this binder, to be honest. So I'm gonna be careful. It had me excited when I was trying to buy from this guy because it had all of these, so I figured there'd be some Blastoises and some Venusaurs, but there wasn't. I think this is all of the newer stuff. Yeah, I still have some other stuff in here that he sold me. Sorry, I'm gonna try and get this all out. Just these I won't probably pull out for the video. These I'll probably just show as we go. So this was just an addition to the binder, which was nice. Just some more base set stuff, general stuff, fossil stuff, the older cards, the more vintage cards. Something is sleeved. Oh, that's just how he did it. He just sleeved a bunch of cards together. And you never know what you'll find either. Sometimes they forget what they did, and sometimes they didn't just do duplicates. Sometimes they actually put something value behind stuff. So I guess they did at that time. I'll just move these over here. But yeah, sometimes I find some cool stuff in binders that people forgot that they left in their binder. Gengar. I'm still looking for that misprint Kingler where he's supposed to have like a broken hand. Is that a hollow Haunter? Let's see. Oh, I think there's multiple Haunters. It's always nice. Okay, so the one is hollow, and it looks like there's multiple in here. I don't know how many, just one extra? So one extra, base set 2. And then just Fossil. Looks like he's in decent condition, so I'll move him over too. I'll just move him over here. So yeah, I'm going to definitely have to explore these binders deeper later in terms of like what's in here, because you never know with people's binders, and you know, you figure they would do some obvious stuff, but a lot of these were when they were kids, so sometimes the thinking process wasn't all there. Jolteon, sorry, I'm doing this one-handed now. I'm holding my tripod to try and give y'all a better angle. Definitely a little scratched up, but still just don't move them over here for now. I've always thought this promo Dragonite was cool. All the WB Kids cards I thought were awesome. Just that little gold stamp up in the top. Looks like we're coming to a close on this binder. There's definitely some duplicates, and a lot of stuff is, you know, there's a lot of decent condition stuff. It's definitely not perfect. There is some first edition stuff that wasn't hollow, and I think it's all going to pay out. But I think that Charizard's going to make this binder purchase worth it. I do wish the rest of the hollows were in better condition. I don't think I would have talked my price down. I was pretty happy. The other thing he gave me too, and I have to figure out how I'm going to use these as giveaways, so I can't fit these in the standard envelope. He gave me 2 of these jumbo cards, a Orbeetle V and a Galarian Surfetched V, and I don't mind doing these as giveaways. I'm not quite certain how I'm going to do it, so that'll be something down the road eventually. I'll keep these stored properly for now, and that'll be something to do as a giveaway later. So it wasn't the craziest binder. I would definitely love to pick up like a gigantic, awesome like eBay binder, but of course all that stuff is just getting harder and harder and harder and harder to find. But yeah, that's about it. I definitely have some other topics to talk about, but this isn't the video for it. If you are still watching this, we just did our video for giving away our 150 sub giveaway card, which is a base set Electrode. Go hunt that video down. We'll probably be announcing the winner to that giveaway like probably tomorrow. I do have some other stuff I'm waiting to come in, so those will be exciting when those come in. I bought those High V Japanese box, the one that only comes with 10 booster packs. I bought some more of these, the art box snapshots. So I found out the difference between Premier and Series 1. So Premier has 2 Pokemon on it. It'll have the first base evolution and then the next step. A Series 1 art box will only have just the 1 Pokemon on it. So, like for example, if you get a Series 1 Moltres, it will only have a Moltres on it. Or like for example, if you get like a Series 1 Charmander, it will only have a Charmander on it. It won't have an evolution of it on it. So that's what makes the Series 1s a little bit more collectible, because you don't get 2 Pokemon on one thing. I definitely hope you enjoyed seeing the nice, decently base set Charizard, the binder. I've talked about what to look for in previous binder videos in terms of like how to negotiate binders. And then definitely just be careful, guys. I put myself in, I would say, some decently sketchy situations in terms of meeting where I meet people. Just a lot of times I meet people at their places, and I don't know any of these people at all. But that's just the world. And if you want to try and win big, you gotta try and take risks here and there. But definitely not suggesting people go to people's houses. Try and mitigate and have control of the situation as best as possible in terms of trying to get things off Facebook Marketplace, or even if you're meeting someone via eBay somehow. But I know that is a thing, because you can do buy at place or whatever. So I hope you enjoyed this. I've got some more PSA videos coming in. We are still awaiting our original 15 cards sent to the PSA. We have no idea when those will come in. I have messaged and called the PSA multiple times, not to berate them, just to ask for an updated ETA on that, and they will not answer. So it is a little frustrating. So I was planning on selling those 15 a long time ago, in terms to keep this thing going, in terms to keep sending stuff to the PSA, in terms of figuring out what's worth sending to the PSA, in terms of just buying more like Pokemon products in general. So it is frustrating. It's why we have this massive buildup. I have to clean this up. That's not really considered buildup. It's just something I have to clean up. But like, and the reason why the table seems smaller, the stacks, for example, if you haven't seen it, I've shown this table a couple of times, and the stacks used to be higher. Well, the reason why the stacks seem smaller is I've pulled stuff out of the stacks, preparing stuff for what to send into the PSA and some PSA videos. So yeah, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to send over 100 plus cards at once to the PSA. I know that was originally like her thing, PSA requests for 100, but that was a discount. Granted, the good news is, since we're waiting until after December, the next day quarterly specials will come out. I don't know if the PSA will do a quarterly special for Pokemon cards, but we'll see. The reason why they haven't done a quarterly special in the past couple of months is because that is the gigantic population of cards they're getting, so they're not worried about trying to accommodate customers to, trick them to send, not trick them, but to get them to send more in. However, if the PSA does not get their act together, I think in 2021 we might see the PSA fall. To be honest, seeing how BGS does their grading, I don't know how PSA is considered higher in standards to BGS. BGS, in my opinion, is higher in standards, and they actually tell you where your card did and didn't score well, and PSA doesn't do that. So I think that's a little funny. Definitely think after my subscription with PSA is over, I'll definitely be sending to BGS as my main grader, but we'll see. BGS probably has its problems too, but right now, from my point of view, BGS looks a lot better than PSA. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked seeing the binders, the cards, the crystal Kabutops. That's one of my favorites. And I hope you all have a good night. Bye.